Today on CCX News, what the Hortman murders could mean for the future of policing. We sit down with a local police captain. Thanks for joining us. There are many security questions following the targeted lawmaker attacks that claimed the life of Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband in their Brooklyn Park home. Will lawmakers now need tighter security, and how will it impact their interactions with the public? Kevin Miller found those questions might not have an easy answer anytime soon.
This memorial is a spot for quiet contemplation, a place to remember a life that loomed large over the Capitol. Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark are gone by an assassin's trigger, and left in that void are problems that a few flowers can't solve.
So there's a lot of questions about what this really means, of what had happened, as well as concern for safety of my officers and all officers that were involved in this.
The Robbinsdale Police Department helped respond after Vance Bolter, who impersonated a police officer, shot and killed the Hortmans.
They went into a very unknown situation that was rapidly evolving, and they handled themselves with incredible courage.
John Elder is a captain with the Robbinsdale Police Department and mayor of New Hope. He says the assassination may bring changes to law enforcement procedure, but there's been little time for self-reflection while hunting down a killer.
Right now, we have been really drinking out of a fire hose. We will have to have conversations about doing things moving forward, if there need to be changes. We don't even know at this point if there need to be changes.
Questions about the security we provide elected officials are also on the horizon, but those too are complicated.
But everything comes with a price tag. And if we're talking about having security for the elected officials, where does that start? Where does that stop?
All are difficult questions, but hopefully the answers could mean fewer quiet memorials. Kevin Miller, CCX News.
An added layer of surveillance is coming to the city of Crystal. Sarah Allen explains how camera technology will soon help Crystal police solve more crimes.
It's hard to put into words how valuable this is to us.
Crystal Police now have an added view into fighting crime.
You can get anything within the last 15 minutes up to the last 30 days.
That view comes in the form of extra surveillance through the flock camera system. The technology checks license plates and other car features for potential links to crime. Currently, Crystal Police rely on other cities that have installed flock cameras to share data with them.
It is probably weekly that we have a case that is either significantly aided by these cameras or solved because of these cameras. And it varies from homicides to robberies to low-level thefts, to hit and runs even.
Now, in 2 months, Crystal is getting its own flock cameras. Lieutenant Tourville says that will double their ability to follow up on crimes.
They're a great investigative tool.
6 cameras will be installed in strategic areas and entrances into the city. Another will be moved around. Community members we spoke to say they are okay with the added surveillance.
If you're not doing anything you shouldn't be doing, why do you care?
I guess I don't have any problem with it because I'm not doing anything wrong that I know of.
I think it's a positive thing to help reduce crime.
Lieutenant Tourville says the cameras don't take facial pictures.
I can understand how some people would feel like it's an intrusion, or it's Big Brother watching over everybody. But we do not utilize the information for anything other than a legitimate investigation.
In Crystal, Sarah Allen, CCX News.
A state grant is covering the cost of the cameras for 2 years. After a year of construction, exciting news, especially with much warmer weather. The Crystal Cove Aquatic Center has opened for the season. The facility was closed last year for extensive renovations. A grand reopening celebration will be held on Wednesday from 4 to 8. A Maple Grove dad is trying to combat summer brain drain with a new math multiplication book. We first met him in 2016 when he released How to Talk Math. But this new book has a twist. Reporter Emily Haugen reintroduces you to Brett Bernard.
It's only June, but kids may already be facing a classic case of the summer slump. From his time in the classroom, Brett Bernard knows it too well.
It's a fact that if kids don't do any math over the summer, they're going to forget over 2 months of what they were taught the previous school year.
He's trying to help that by making math more like America's favorite game, football.
This is 3 times 4, 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4.
But his book is not all about sports. It's also about truly understanding.
It brings in conceptual understanding, it relates it to other areas of math, and it brings in real-world application.
Facing multiple learning disabilities made Bernard teach in a different way, a way that breaks everything down. He's also got a guide for teachers and parents to walk through.
When I became a teacher, I was able to identify with the students who have difficulty understanding, and it helped me explain to them and relate to them in a way that made sense.
Bernard says he learned when he took up the unicycle and eventually became a world champion, that it's all about putting in the work.
It brought a confidence to me, and I thought, I'm going to start showing up to school like this.
He says math's like that. It's also about putting in just a few minutes a day.
Basically doing the unseen, unglamorous work with no applause, and you do those, and that way you can shine in the light.
He hopes his books bring that aha moment to math for visual learners, just like him. In Maple Grove, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
We have more details about the book at ccxmedia.org.